दोपहरकालीन सत्र का जो विषय है मैं पुनः बताना चाहूँगी, वाटर क्राइसिस अ कॉल टू एक्शन प्रेजेंटेड बाय प्लम्बर बाथवेयर.
My name is Rishu Chaudhary and today I'm here with my family and we are bringing to you our company which deeply values sustainability in all aspects of our working in cooperation with Mother Earth. Plumber Bathware has been a pioneer in the bathware industry since 1989, and as a company that deeply values sustainability, Almora's eco-conscious spirit aligns perfectly with our mission at Plumber Bathware. हमारे लिए ये honor की बात है. It's a great privilege for us to be amongst you all today at this Almora Literature Festival and amongst all of you and bringing to you all some aspects of our work towards water conservation. जैसे literature nourishes the mind, हमारी aim है to nurture a sustainable lifestyle through mindful water use. So I would like to present some key points on which our company has been working towards since many years, since the beginning of the time when we came into our being. Plumber Bathware has been a pioneer in the bathware industry since 1989. As a company that deeply values sustainability, Almora's eco-conscious spirit aligns perfectly with our mission at Plumber Bathware. Our legacy, honestly made, sincerely sold, as my father, the managing director, Mr. Ashok Kumar Chaudhary says, it drives us to create products that are not only beautiful, but environmentally responsible. I'm sure in an ecosystem like Almora, water is one of the biggest concerns. In the same context, I would like to share with you few key points of our company which we have been working towards. The solar power plant installed in the manufacturing unit produces 1.25 megawatts electricity, which reduces 1,200 tons of CO2 emission per year, which equals 50,000 trees planted. Rainwater harvesting is one of the projects that we have undertaken. We have a roof which is wide enough to conserve enough water for a huge span of time, and the family is managing Rotary Blood Bank for community service. The company has taken the initiative to maintain the cleanliness of Govardhan and Vrindavan Parikrama roads for 50 million pilgrims every year through the NGO Ujjwal Braj. We offer a lifetime performance warranty on our faucets. Our products are quality certifications received by the company. They are approved by all these quality certifications, BIS, ISO, OHSAS. The group adheres to international standards and has been certified in a number of areas of fundamental importance for the manufacture of top quality products, the supply chain production processes and the environment. Initiatives taken up by a company that have been very much beneficial towards the conservation of water are Haath Dhoke for health and hygiene that we had undertaken during COVID, and Aao Bharat Kaam Pe Chale as a post-COVID motivational initiative that we undertook to bring back everybody to a normal day-to-day working routine. Secured approval for a green fuel initiative promoting the use of CNG and PNG areas across commercial, industrial and domestic sectors is one of the forte that our company has achieved over a long period of time. With initiatives like rainwater harvesting, zero liquid discharge of our facilities, Haath Dhoke and a solar-powered manufacturing unit, reducing 1,200 metric tons of CO2 annually, we are committed to sustainability. Let's take a pledge to protect every drop of water. और आज हम आपको इस मिशन में हमारा साथ देने के लिए बुलाते हैं, क्योंकि together we can create a future that's both beautiful and responsible. Thank you. धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया प्लम्बर बाथवेयर का, एक बार तहे दिल से शुक्रिया कि आपका हमें सहयोग मिलता आया है और आगे भी मिलेगा. और इसी के साथ कार्यक्रम को शुरू करते हैं और हमारे बीच हैं डॉक्टर ललित पांडे जी, डॉक्टर सुमन सहाय जी, रमोला बुटालिया जी और डॉक्टर वसुधा पंत. तो कार्यक्रम को शुरू करते हैं.
आप सब विद्वज्जनों का इस पैनल में सबसे पहले तो मैं स्वागत करती हूँ. जैसा इस सेशन का टाइटल हमने दिया है वाटर क्राइसिस, अ कॉल टू एक्शन। क्योंकि क्राइसिस वाटर की है, मेरे ख्याल से अब ये सभी जानते हैं, नॉट ओनली इन हिल्स, नॉट ओनली इन इंडिया, बट इट इज़ अ ग्लोबल फिनोमेना नाउ। इंडिया की तो अगर हम बात करते हैं तो हाफ ऑफ द इंडियन पॉपुलेशन फेसिंग एक्सट्रीम वाटर क्राइसिस, ये बहुत बड़ी एक बात है और बहुत चिंता की बात है। हम अगर इसको शुरुआत से देखते हैं तो वाटर क्राइसिस जो अगर सिविलाइजेशन की बात हम करें तो सिविलाइजेशंस अगर वाटर सोर्स के किनारे डेवलप हुई हैं, कोई भी अगर आप शुरू से देखें, अगर प्री हिस्टोरिक पीरियड से देखें, क्योंकि मैंने जब एक बुक लिखी बिगनिंग ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड डोमेस्टिकेशन इन इंडिया, तो उस समय मुझे ये चीज़ समझ में आई कि जब किसी भी तरीके की मानव सभ्यता जो डेवलप हुई है वो वहीं पे हुई है जहाँ स्टोन अवेलेबल था, और या फिर वो वाटर सोर्स कहीं ना कहीं किसी वाटर सोर्स के किनारे वो सभ्यता डेवलप हुई। और इंडस सिविलाइजेशन जिसका हम सब जिक्र करते हैं, और इतनी बड़ी एक सिविलाइजेशन जो हमारी रही है, वो भी नदी के किनारे ही डेवलप हुई थी, और उसका ख़त्म होने का भी जो कारण दिया जाता है उतनी बड़ी सिविलाइजेशन का, कि वो भी एक वाटर क्राइसिस को लेकर के ही दिया जाता है, कहीं ना कहीं क्लाइमेट चेंज को और फिर वाटर क्राइसिस को लेकर के उस सभ्यता की समाप्ति हुई। तो कहीं ऐसा ना हो जो ये सभ्यता, हमारी मानव सभ्यता आज इस स्तर तक पहुंची हुई है जिसमें हम अपने को खुद भगवान मानने लगे हैं। आज की ये जो बहुत बड़ी गलती है, जो मनुष्य अपने आप को भगवान मान करके चल रहा है और ये मानता है कि हर चीज़ का सॉल्यूशन हमारे ही पास है, कि वो मतलब अगर आगे की जनरेशन भी पैदा हो तो वो टेलर्ड, कि भाई कैसे उसका कॉम्प्लेक्शन हो, कैसा उसका स्ट्रक्चर हो, कैसी उसकी हाइट हो, ये मान करके हम अपने को साइंस का एक ज्ञाता मानते हुए एक हम मान रहे हैं कि हम एक भगवान का दर्जा ले रहे हैं। लेकिन ये ऐसा नहीं है, क्योंकि जब वो सभ्यता सिमट सकती है जो उतने एडवांस पे थी, और आज की सभ्यता को भी समेटने में कोई टाइम नहीं लगेगा। तो ये वाटर क्राइसिस एक बहुत जगव्यापी, और जिसको कहा जाए कि हर जना अब इसको जानता है। और अगर हम इंडिया की बात करें तो इंडिया तो जो ग्राउंड वाटर एक सेविंग है हमारी, जो मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स की सेविंग है ग्राउंड वाटर, उस सेविंग पे हम चल रहे हैं, क्योंकि नदियाँ हमारी सूख रही हैं, और रेन फेड हों चाहे वो हों ग्लेशियल हों, कहीं ना कहीं वो हमारा एक वाटर सोर्स जो इतने सालों से बना हुआ है, मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स से जो बना हुआ है वो वाटर सोर्स, उस वाटर सोर्स पर हम डिपेंड करते हुए उसको हम एक्सेसिवली एक्सप्लॉइट कर रहे हैं। और ये एक बहुत बड़ी चिंता का विषय है। अगर हम भारत की बात करें, हम 18% हम पॉपुलेशन है अगर वर्ल्ड की, तो केवल 4% हमारे पास पोर्टेबल वाटर है। तो क्राइसिस इन सारे शब्दों में हमारे सामने है। मैं सबसे पहले रमोला जी आपसे जानना चाहूँगी इसमें, क्योंकि अगर हम देखते हैं इंडिया को, भारतवासी को, हर भारतवासी को, हम वाटर को बहुत एक पवित्र चीज़ भी मानते हैं, लेकिन सबसे ज़्यादा हम पोल्यूशन भी करते हैं वाटर सोर्सेस का अपना। तो क्या आपकी क्या इस उसमें ओपिनियन है, और आप इसको कैसे देखती हैं, क्योंकि आप स्पिरिचुअल राइटिंग में बहुत हैं, तो मैं सबसे पहले तो एक इसका स्पिरिचुअल एस्पेक्ट जानना चाह रही हूँ, तो आपको।
Thank you, Vasudha ji. I think that if we want to protect something, we will, the only things that we really protect is those things that we love. So we have to renew our connection with water. We have to understand the importance of water, not as a resource, but in terms of what it actually means to us. And life cannot go on without water. So I think all religions have always treated water as sacred. In Uttarakhand, the Naulas were treated like temples. And we always recognize this, but I think now we have lost it. I mean, how can we say that we worship Ganga Ji and throw all our sewage goes into it when we are worshipping over there, but it's we are throwing plastic into it. So that's not worship. Worship is in terms of something that we actually hold sacred. So the sanctity of these things we have to understand, and water is fundamental to our lives. Our bodies are made up of 60% is water. The Earth's surface is made up of water. So I think that we have to change our attitude towards water, not as a resource, but in terms of renewing our own intimate connection with it, which definitely means sit beside the water in a river, hear it, pick up a shank and listen to the sound of the water, realize that everything has begun from there. The first 9 months is in water. For most of us, when we die, it is to the water that we return, because our ashes are immersed in water. So once we realize that connection, then we will be much more serious about what we are doing to save the glaciers, for rainwater harvesting, to stop pollution, to stop this. The way that we are polluting the underground sources of water, the way that our rivers are drying, the way that our glaciers are melting, and this is not going to change if we're having helicopters going for Teerth Yatras. This is not going to, so we have to change our whole thought process of what is religious and what is actually our deeper connection with water. So that will thing. And I think Lalitji has done so much, on water he's done so much work, and at the ground level as well as creating environmental awareness on it. I'm going to pass this on to him.
I see Trilochen ji is here, and we have a lot in common. We both went to IIT Delhi and MIT, and I happened to meet him here in Almora for the first time, and now after many years. He has become a distinguished professor, director of Bangalore IIM, which is one of the... I somehow, somewhere decided that I don't know anything. After studying, doing a PhD, I decided that I came to Almora. And living here for so many years and working as you said, in some, which I got involved quite by chance, I would say something perhaps a bit different. To start with, this water, the word crisis and all. If you think about this too much, then Malthus said, I don't know how many, 200 years ago, that this life is not sustainable, but somehow we are still living. The Club of Rome came to the conclusion that difficult future. And then, of course, we've thought about biodiversity or sustainable, etc., all these big climate change now, that the world is coming to an end. I think we have to get away from this gloom and doom, because I've now spent most of my life working with people, very ordinary, sort of poor, and they are already living such lives that, nothing can be much worse than that. So अगर ज़िंदगी चल रही है तो चल रही है, अब कुछ ख़त्म हो जाएगी तो ख़त्म ही हो जाएगी. So this problem is more in our sort of middle class intellectuals, और जो पढ़े लिखे हैं, जो पढ़ते रहते हो कि और दिमाग चलता रहता है कि इतनी प्रॉब्लम है. I remember many years ago I got into a discussion with, that time Tehri was a hot subject, Tehri Dam, and I got into a discussion with some people in Delhi. So I said ki, why should this be built, हमको क्या फ़ायदा? So he said, you should not have such a small mind. You should think of the greater good, because the dam will give 24/7 electricity, water to Delhi, and people in Delhi have the answers to everything. वो सब जानते हैं कि ये करना है, वो करना है. So I said, okay. Then come to Almora. Here now, how was this town built 500 years ago? It must have had a population of 300-400 people or even less. But there were a lot of springs, nalas that you mentioned. Where I live, our ancestral house, that's about 150 steps from the main road. And everyone says, why do you live here? So I asked my father, why did our ancestors build a house here? That time everything was. So he said that there was no road earlier. This road is very recent. But around our house there are 5 nalas. So that's why they must have come and settled here. But now that makes no sense. Because now, you have to see this crisis or whatever you may call it in the context. जब उस समय लोग रहते होंगे तो सुबह 4 बजे उठकर नौले में नहाने जाओ, कपड़े वहीं धो, थोड़ा सा पानी लाओ खाना बनाने के लिए और पीने के लिए. अब वो जिंदगी कौन रहे, who is living that or who is ready to live that life? Things have changed and people keep telling me, since I'm working, if you go outside here, Acha, oh, you are doing very good work in Almora, you must conserve the tradition and culture, and you do that. So once it just came out, and what are you doing? Oh, no, we have to do some other thing. We have to live in modernity, and I have to go to America next week. But you're doing good work and keep the local people satisfied in their local culture. So I said, वाह ये तो खूब है, हम लोग और वो लोग हो गए कि we have to live like this with modern thought and modernity. अब यही जैसे नौला की बात है, यहाँ पर there are a lot of projects, spring conservation, नौला conservation, etc. एक दिन मैंने उनसे पूछा कि भाई आप सुबह 4 बजे नौले में नहाने जाओगे? तो नहीं, हमको तो घर में शार चाहिए. So this is this dichotomy between what we say and what we live.